Hi there, my name's Lee and I'm part of a funded project in Pembrokeshire called Catalyst for Care. This quick video is for people who are interested in setting up as a self-employed carer or setting up a very small care support service in Pembrokeshire. So through the project, I offer free one-to-one support to help people to set up as a sole trader, a partnership, or a small limited business. And however you set up, we call these small services micro enterprises or micros for short. So if you're interested in setting up as a micro enterprise, you'll have two big questions that you want answered. So firstly, how will I find clients? So to help with this, we've got an established directory set up. We've been going for about 2 years now. You'll see the directory link in a link to this post. We've got 23 micro enterprises currently on it, all busy and doing really well. And the directory is used by a whole range of health and social care signposting professionals, so social workers, independent living advisors, Age Cymru Dyfydd, community nurses, community connectors, etc. And they use the directory to signpost people to micro enterprises, either as a self-funder or through direct payments. Another thing to make that easier, we have just a really simple inquiry WhatsApp group. So all those signposting professionals from all those teams are part of the group. So for example, a social worker might put a post on saying, I'm looking for support for a person in this part of Pembrokeshire with these needs, who needs support for roughly these amount of hours a week. And then the micros that can help can just get in touch directly with the professional and then start to take things from there in terms of arranging care and support. So that's the directory and helping people to connect with clients. In terms of getting in touch with self-funders, micro enterprises, lots of them have a Facebook page. Some have created little flyers. It's all about word of mouth in Pembrokeshire to find self-funding clients too. The second big question you'll have is, particularly as a sole trader, if I'm out there alone, what happens if I'm sick? What happens if I want to arrange holiday? What if I've got questions? What support is out there? So to help with that, we've developed a network. So all the micro enterprises are part of the network. So that looks like 2 WhatsApp groups, and we meet on Zoom, and we've actually met face to face for coffee for the first time since the pandemic. So with the WhatsApp groups, we've got a network WhatsApp group. So that's used for sole traders and micro enterprises to find cover for each other. Also to pass on work inquiries if someone's busy and an inquiry is a bit too far for them to travel and it's suitable for someone else in the network, they'll pass that on there. So that's the network group for important stuff. Then we've set up a chat group as a peer support forum, so to ask little questions, like anyone know of a chiropodist service in Pembrokeshire, and we pass on dementia-friendly activities, things like that. So it's really great. People micros are getting in touch with in the area, and the support network is working really well. If there's a question on there, usually another micro has answered it before I can. So you're very much not alone out there. There's peer support through the network, support through myself. Another few layers of support, being part of the directory means that you can access free training through the Pembrokeshire County Council Scadoop training, their sort of social care training offer, and free PPE as well. So just looking at my notes here, to finish, I want to kind of leave you with, the main benefits of setting up as a micro, as well as the things to consider so you can decide, whether this would be for you and to take it forward. So in terms of the benefits, the main benefit is that as a sole trader, as a very small care and support service, you can offer people the time and continuity to build a real trusting relationship with the people that you support. So, as a sole trader, you control your hours. So if somebody wants 4 hours of support or 2 hours support, as long as that works well for you, you can offer that. And it's always going to be you seeing the client and the people you support, so you can build a real close relationship with them. The second kind of big benefit is to be your own boss. You can control your own hours. You can set your rate. You design the service based on your specialisms and your passions. You can create your own logo. Have fun with your Facebook page. Lots of the micros out there have kind of put their branding on sort of T-shirts, even number plates. So yeah, it's your opportunity to design your own service. In terms of the things to consider, the main thing which kind of links to being your own boss is that there's a lot of responsibility involved with being your own boss. So whilst you're out there delivering the service that you're passionate about and providing brilliant support to people in the community, as a sole trader or a small service, you've also got to manage the service. So that means taking inquiries, managing your hours and your schedule, sending invoices at the end of the month, doing your tax return form at the end of the tax year, to access self-funders, managing your Facebook page and doing a bit of promotion. So you've got to have some organizational skills to make it as a sole trader or a small service. I'm here to help you to set up, but you've got to have the confidence that you've got those organizational skills to make it work and stand on your own 2 feet. So what haven't I said? After all that info, if you're interested in taking this further, the next steps really would be to get in touch with me for a chat. So attached to this post, you'll see my phone number and my email address. Or if you prefer, you can drop into a startup surgery. That link, there's a Google form link attached to this post. So essentially, I'll do a little presentation, a bit more detail with this, explaining in more detail, how things are working with the directory and the network, giving some examples, and your opportunity to ask questions and listen to other people in the meeting to ask questions. After that, if you've been to a startup surgery or you've had a chat with me and you're interested in moving things forward, essentially what we'll do, we'll sit down and work through an action plan together. So I have an action plan outlining everything that you'll need to consider and to do to set up legally, safely and professionally. So, things like making sure you've got your DBS check, your insurance, and that you understand that. You understand the rules around the Care Inspectorate Wales. It's really important to have a service agreement contract and to be sort of rock solid on that. So I'll help you with all those things with guidance and some examples to get set up, and we can meet as many times as you like to get set up. Once you're confident with that, we've got a code of practice, so essentially the action plan distilled into bullet points. And then if you self-declare and commit to the code of practice, that means you can be part of our directory and our WhatsApp group to receive inquiries from signposting professionals and part of the network as well. Great, so that's it. So thanks for listening. So if you are interested in moving things forward, then give me a call or register for a startup surgery. Thank you.